Hello everybody, how is it going? Welcome to another episode of Amps in the Axe Factory. I am going to be your host, Lucas, and today we are going to be checking out the Custom Audio Amplifier 3 Plus Preamp. This is a very interesting preamp because it came around in the 90s when people were shrinking their stacks from having multiple amps. They kind of wanted something as a little small preamp. That's when rack gear was the huge buzz. Way in the 80s. And we have three modes. We have the clean, which is one of my favorites, by the way. I really like it a lot. We have the lead. I kind of did it in a weird order. I did it in the order that was in the Axe Effects. We have lead, and then we have rhythm. So let's actually check out the amp and look at it a little bit. IR-wise, I'm using the GGD Zilla IR pack, and I'm using the warm and fat preset for the cleans. I'm using the 412, it's an oversized 412 with the UKV30 for the rhythm and the lead. So let's actually check out the amp a little bit. And all the information I'm going to be getting is going to come from the X-Amp guide. I'm going to put a link to that in the description down below if you want to check it out. Custom amplifier, like I said before, that it kind of came into creation because what was it? Bob Bradshaw, he was touring with Toto from 85 to 90. In that time, Toto wanted to shrink their gear. Like, they had a huge rack, they had a bunch of amps, and they wanted to shrink it. So the preamp kind of came into fruition. So basically, Bob had that idea for the preamp, and he went to Mike Soldano, and Soldano like built the X88R, which is actually in the Axe Effects too. So make sure you subscribe because we're going to be going over that one too. And basically, it was a hit. Bob kind of wanted to change it. Mike wasn't exactly privy to doing the changes because it was like a hit and everyone loved it and he didn't want to mess with it. So what Bob ended up doing is he ended up teaming up with John Soar, who makes the awesome guitars like Soar Guitars. They teamed up and custom audio was created. And that's basically it. The idea behind it was they wanted the clean channel to be like a Mesa Boogie, which I find it's better than Mesa Boogie, which Mesa Boogie cleans are basically Fender cleans anyway. Rhythm channel was supposed to be like a Marshall, and the lead channel was supposed to be like a Soldano. So that's kind of what they wanted to smash into one preamp. When Cliff modeled it, he says he doesn't know if he used a Mesa or a Marshall power amp when he modeled it, but I find it came out really good. The clean channel is absolutely awesome. It has a ton of bass in it. So I'm using a American Professional Telly with shell barkers in it, and what you heard in the beginning was on my neck pickup. And I have the bass like at 1.5. On almost every other amp in here, I have to crank the bass a lot because I want a lot of thick low end. But the low end on here it's at a great spot. And I don't even think I did not touch anything on the output EQ. I tuned everything in right here on the Authentic tab. I put a little bit of reverb on it because it sounds kind of dead without it. Watch, I'll just let you, this is without reverb. I'll let you hear it. Sounds even great without reverb. Let's throw some reverb on there. Let's throw some Plex delay. This is a delay I grabbed off of one of my Soldano 88 lead patches that I made, and I really like it. So let's see what it sounds like with some Plex delay. It even sounds great with Plex delay. This clean on here is fantastic. I really, really like it. I think it's in the running for one of my favorite clean amps in the Axe Effects. I've been kind of partial to the Blues Junior. That one's really good. But man, I don't know. This one it sounds really good to me. I didn't touch anything else in here at all. Literally what you see is right here is for the clean sound. Cab wise, this is the proximity and smoothing I have. I put a little room. I actually have no room level in here. Let's put some room. Let's see what it sounds like after we touch the room. like putting a little room in the cab, it kind of emulates more of what I'm actually hearing here, so it gives me a more accurate representation of what you guys are hearing out there in internet land. That's it for the clean. The clean is very easy to dial in. Get you some bright, put you a little bit of bass, you'll be good to go with the clean. So let's check out the rhythm. Let's skip around to the rhythm. The IR I'm using, like I said, it's the oversized 412 with UK V30s, bright switches on. Let's just hear it. I'll do it on my neck pickup, and then I'll switch over to my bridge pickup. Rhythm sounds pretty tight. These amps kind of lack gain for me, so I have a little boost right in front of it. I have the T808 mod for both, and they're pretty much in the same position because I find they have a decent amount of decent amount of gain, but like, watch, I'm gonna push the input and it's gonna get out of control. When I mean out of control, like the bass and the mids kind of swell up and it sounds kind of bloated. Let's actually turn the drive off and you'll see what I'm talking about. See what I mean? So it gets like super, I call it swollen, basically. Like it gets really like, wow. So when you put the drive on, it kicks a lot away. It kind of still has a little bit of that chunkiness in it, but chunkiness is good. Chunkiness is not really bad. This is everything, you know, once again, this is everything that I'm dialing with. Stayed on authentic tab. Didn't touch anything else. Output, have a little bit of a slope. No bass for once, which is very refreshing. And the main thing I killed was 250 and 500, which it was fairly easy to dial in. Because, I mean, watch. Okay, so this is with the EQ off. And it has a scoop, but it's not super scooped, and it sounds alright. I mean, I know this was supposed to be aimed at a Marshall type of sound. It kind of does it. It kind of gets in there. I find it doesn't have those specific Marshall mids, per se, but it sounds decent. So let's move on to the lead channel. Actually, I'm going to play some, like, rhythmy stuff on here so you can hear what that sounds like, and then I'll kick on the reverb and delay and play some single note type stuff. It sounds pretty tight for, you know, like chugging along and doing stuff like that. Once again, I got the boost running right there. It's pretty thick. I got the bass running semi-high. Let's see if we cut a little bit of it off. Yeah, it still sounds pretty good. Didn't touch anything else. Once again, a light little scoop. It's very familiar, very much similar is the word I was looking for to the rhythm. Let's do EQ on and off. Sounds better with those 250. I kind of did more 125 in here. Sounds better with the 250 and 500. All of that go on. Let's do with and without drive. Sounds better with the drive. It gets rid of the nasty midness that's overtaking everything and gives it a little bit of a snarl. Alright, let's kick on some plex delay. It's the same reverb, that I had on the clean setting, and let's check it out. It sounds pretty good, actually. If you're gonna do it, the lead setting on a lead channel, I know that sounds kind of redundant, but like for example, on 5150, the lead channel is kind of better for both rhythms and for leads most of the time. The lead channel on here, it sounds pretty good. I think the only point that I don't like the only channel I really don't like a whole lot is the rhythm. It's alright, but I find for that particular style that it was going for when they were, when Bob and John designed it, I find like a JPM 1 or even like the Silver Jubilee is a little bit better for that type of stuff. But if you're buying it like in real life, for example, if you're buying the real preamp, it would be great because you have all three of them right in there. So guys, that is gonna wrap things up for the Custom Audio 3 Plus preamp. Do you guys use this one in your patches? I haven't really seen a lot of people talk about this one. I haven't really seen it in a lot of patches, but hey, if you use it, let me know. I was really impressed by the cleans on here. So guys, let me know your tips, let me know your tricks down in the comments down below. And hey, if this is your first time here, or if you've been here before and you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe because we're going to be going through all the amps of the XFX3, and I do tons of other cool stuff in here. If you thought this video was cool and informative, smash that like button for me. And that's going to be it for me, guys. I'm going to have to be out. Peace.